Maybe there are so many problems in the world. There are problems with food, there are problems with shelter, there are problems with basic elements like soil, water, air, everything being polluted. But then also, we hardly bother about those problems because there is a greater problem than those problems is people are not happy within. Means when you are individually not okay, you never bother about the other things which are going on outside, going on in other lives. So to be happy, to be peaceful, to be very much stable within is the fundamental requirement within of human being. Until and unless one don't get that, one don't attain that stability, that clarity, that happiness or peacefulness, that stillness, then the human being cannot think about others, cannot think about others' well-being. So let us concentrate on individuals' welfare. How can we bring happiness, peacefulness, blissfulness in one's mind? How can we bring inner well-being or well-being of an individual? So in this condition, when we see this problem that people are suffering, people are actually suffering inside, not the outside. The outside conditions, yes, there are problems, yes, there are issues, but in most of the cases, you will find the person whom you are talking to, that person is not having that kind of like crisis or something which is going on in his mind, in his life or in her life, but still there is a incompleteness within. So that thing is the real challenge to be addressed. Like how can we address something which we cannot fulfill by giving that person some physical means, materials or something which can be fixed outside. So that we have to take care, that we have to think of, that inner stability, inner well-being and inner peace can be attained by something which is not in physical in nature. Something which is physical in nature can be attained by physical activity, physical uh, materials, something. But something which is not physical in nature cannot be treated by physical means. That's why you will find there are people, those who have so many things in the physical form, like assets, home, relationships, like money, whatever you call, everything that person has. But finally, at the end, you'll find that person is suffering because those things cannot fulfill you. Yes, at, at some level, those things will give you comfort, like you have everything ready for you, you like you have communication, transportation, you have food, enough food, you have friends, you have restaurants, you have movie theaters, everywhere you are going and enjoying. But the physical materials cannot give you a long term stability, long term happiness, long term sustenance, a long term peaceful environment within. So that is where the role of yoga comes. That is where the role of spirituality comes. That is where the role of life awareness comes. So we need to manage our inner self by following or by practicing or by involving ourselves with the non-physical aspect of life, with the non-physical existence of this creation. All the time, if we run after the physical activity, if we run after the physical material, if we run after the physical comfort, then we will miss something, or we will miss the half of the things, or other part of the creation that is not physical in nature. Now how can we actually be so sure about the non-physical existence of the creation? It is like, see, you'll find when your mind is not okay, when somebody said something to you, your mind is not good, or you're not feeling good, you are feeling angry, you are feeling sad or something. During that period, you'll find whatever you have physically cannot kind of give you that comfort, cannot bring you that ease, or cannot change your mind. You will be thinking about the situation, you will be thinking about the person, you will be thinking about the incident happened to you, and you will be sad inside. So that kind of emotion, we call it emotion. So we understand our emotion very much. When a mother, you know, hugs the child, that feeling, or kind of like when you see the, rising sun early in the morning, when you sit uh, on a mountain, or when you see gardens, whatever, everything, everything is actually kind of something which we feel. So when we talk about feelings, when we talk about emotions, when we talk about the inner feeling or inner activity, these things we every second we experience, but these are not physical materials. You'll find some people having nothing, some people are very much poor physically, but very much happy in his or his life or in her life. So we give so many arguments to that, uh, like that person is not aware of the world. There are so many things to do or so many things to achieve, then you can be happy. It is not like that. We are giving arguments, or we are giving excuses to ourselves. Having so much, having so many things, we are not able to be happy. But a person having nothing becoming happy, or being happy every time, is is the only thing actually matters to us, or actually really exist, or really important, that somebody having everything is not happy, or somebody having nothing is happy. So how can you justify that? So this is the thing that we have to understand. We have to come to terms with the truth that having so many things cannot bring you peace, or having nothing will bring you sorrow. So the everything is your inner creation. How do you actually feel? How do you actually keep yourself? So is it changeable? Is it, can we change that? That if we are, suffering within, uh, not externally, internally, if we are suffering, can we do something? Yes, definitely. This is the only thing that our ancestors, they worked on, because they saw that people are having so many things but not happy. People are very much wealthy, healthy, but they are very much, shallow within. They are very much void inside. So our ancestors, the people from this area or different parts of the world, largely from this area, largely from this Bharat, people worked on this and found out that yes, internally we can work, and we call this area or that work we call spirituality, or we call it inner science or inner engineering, or we call it life sense, life awareness, we call it uh, mukti, we call it moksha, whatever name we give to that. We are actually talking about something. We are trying to deal with something, or we are trying to manipulate something, manage something which are not physical in nature. So what does it mean? When something is not physical in nature, it means with the five senses, the senses you have, you cannot grasp that. You cannot actually, you cannot sense that, or you cannot actually control that. You cannot see that, you cannot feel that, you cannot perceive that. So when you cannot perceive, when you cannot um, you know experience that with your senses, how can you manage that? So this is the struggle people face. This is the, confusion people face when they actually think about it, when the people work in this area. area of spirituality, area of inner peace, area of inner management. So how long you will be unstable, how long you will be like fulfilling yourself with the materialistic events or happenings or outside things, that if you don't get those elements, if you don't get that gadget, if you don't get that food, if you don't get that relationship, if you don't get that person, you will be miserable. And if you get it, you will be happy. And you find when you get those things, and after few hours or few days or few months, you again uh, you are again the same state, same situation. You need another set of things which will fulfill you. So yes, okay, we can keep doing that, because in the physical world, yes, we have so many things to do. It means we have our hands, legs, our body, our mind, our brain. So we'll definitely kind of like look for the materialistic growth. But if we don't understand that that materialistic growth or that development will never bring inner stability or inner peace or bliss, so we have to give time to inner management as well as the outer management, inner welfare as well as the outer welfare. So which one is higher, which one is having higher priority? So higher priority thing is inner management. It is my observation or understanding, or you can say experience. Because physically, if you have the whole world, there is a chance that you will not be happy inside. There is a chance that you will not be happy forever. You wanted something, you got it. You want more, you are getting, you are getting. But more you get, more your desire rises, or more your desire actually become intense, and you want more and more things, and you are fulfilling yourself, and finally you see that why are you running after those things? Why? Because we follow others. Why? Because we individually feel that getting those things will fulfill us. And within us there are there is a space which is telling you that if you get that, then also you will not be fulfilled. So it's a kind of like a confusion. It's kind of like a fight within or outside. Everywhere there is a state of fight. It means a confusion state. So that confusion can be mm, you know confusion can be resolved, or we can get the clarity when we are a little bit stable inside. So there is a huge talk about the spirituality, there is a huge talk about the inner engineering, inner stability, peace, everything. But this is a kind of an ideal thing that we are talking about it. Why? Because we are in some mess, we are in turmoil, we are in unhappy state, kind of like a disabled state. Every time we are not feeling good at all, we are feeling incomplete, unstable, and we are talking about some spiritual stuffs. So now comes the real solution, that we can work today and right now with us, with our inner self, and give us some relief. So why I'm making this video, or giving my best, or giving out my effort to just bring little bit ease in your life, not huge. I was just talking about, that spirituality and stability, please, peacefulness, bliss is for whole life. Forget about it. Now just think that the people need little bit of relax, stability. You need to have a good moment right now. You need to experience that experience which you never experienced, that you never realized that it is possible. Because you are facing so many problems, troubles, your mind is like running here and there, and having so many thoughts, so many emotions, so many breakdowns, so many stress. so much stress and so many insecurities, so many fear. So how can you bring yourself in a state where you are feeling a little bit good? It's not, you no need to think about entire life is very blissful. Now you think about a little moment, maybe for 1 minute, maybe for 2 minutes, maybe for 5 minutes, maybe for 10 minutes. Just enjoy your life, being at ease, being at a very stable condition. So this is my work that I'm trying to maybe someday I will say that I will guide you. Now I'm working on myself, or it has been a long time that I'm working in this direction. Definitely people, those who are around me, those who know me, they know me very well, that I do some crazy stuff like people do, which people don't follow or people don't experiment with. So I do that, or I have been doing that. So from those experience, from those understanding, I will try to share something, or I try to work with you, or I will let us sit together and let us do something for few minutes, or for few minutes I will say, and let us try to you know have some taste of peace, or have some taste of happiness, have some taste of blissfulness. Because maybe those who are watching, you will be saying, yes, I'm very much happy with my life. So I'm not talking about you, definitely. I'm talking about you when you are in suffering. I'm talking about those people, those who are constantly in turmoil, those who are constantly in suffering internally, but externally we don't see that. Sometimes we see on face, but most of the time we don't see people are suffering inside. What kind of suffering? Suffering is not like suffering is like that when that person is having everything, but that there is no smile on the face. Why? What is the thing that like pulling back? There are ways that we can kind of like have we can have clarity, and we definitely come out of the situation. And that's why human life is not like a average life. you know Other creatures, when their stomach is full, they have no problem. But when the stomach is full, there are so many problems. When the stomach is empty, human being have only one problem, that is to how to fill up the stomach, how to fulfill the stomach, or how to mitigate the hunger. But when the stomach is full, human being starts thinking, because human being is the extreme creation, or the highest creation of this nature, where nature gifted nature gifted the human being with so many layers, or intelligence, or thinking, imaginations, memory, like that. What makes the human being special. So when the human being is so special in its creation, not that we are claiming that we are special, or individually what we sometimes refer to ourselves, that every one of us very special. It is not that kind of special. The real special is real special, that we are the creation which is having the highest quality, and from the nature evolved and human being is created. So immediate the earlier creations, very close to human being, you can get from the evolutionary tree, evolutionary stages. There are this is homo sapiens. There are other species very close to human being. There are others from like that. If you go down, you will go to the amoeba. If you go down, you will go to the inanimate state, that is the earth, the water, like that, means you which you don't consider life. So this is the evolution, and according from the evolution we are created, or we are evolved to this state. So when we cannot manage ourselves, there will be huge suffering, because nature made us so sensitive. Somebody just to mention one word, somebody told you something, you are very much angry, you are very much happy, you are very much kind of like you are suffering that word. So why? Because we are so much sensitive. So once we are so much sensitive, if we don't manage us, that sensitive being will be in trouble. That is what is happening to every human being. Why earlier generations did not face that so much of mental health issues? Because they were very much busy with, you know, fulfilling their basic needs like food, shelter, like that. Okay, nowadays you see there are, you know, the economic condition and all these things are good compared to the earlier generation, earlier stages. Now people are facing the next level. When your stomach is full, you have what to do, we don't know. Like you see the new generation students or new generation people, the young generation, actually they are on their parents, they are actually dependent on their parents, having all the things, basic requirements being fulfilled. Now they don't know what to do. So it is a basic problem. When you have your basic requirement fulfilled, then you don't know what to do next. So you are roaming here and there, you are going here and there, you are not concentrating on something or steady path, you are not making anything, you are not going to solve any problem, because you cannot manage the your good state or your next state. So let us try to understand, let us be involved in this area where human being can manage themselves. Thank you for watching. Thank you.